All right, so Amina, do you want to come up? And Amina is the manager of our Office of Emergency Management here on campus. So she'll be our first speaker to give perspectives from how we're being prepared here at Berkeley.
Thank you. So as Ken said, my name is Amina Assefa, and I head up UC Berkeley's Office of Emergency Management. So I'm going to talk to you just briefly about Cal Preparedness. Before I start, I just want to give you a brief intro about who I am. So that's me. I've been at UC Berkeley now for a little over 4 years. And prior to coming to UC Berkeley, I worked in New York City for the Office of Emergency Management there. So I responded to a lot of emergencies in New York. I responded to heat, to cold, to snow, to rain, to sleet, to tornadoes, H1N1, fires, bomb threats, and Hurricanes Irene and Sandy, among actually many others. So I got a lot of great experience there. And all of that activity, though, doesn't loan itself to a good work-home life balance. So some people in my life were not very happy, but they eventually got over it. And before that, I worked for the state of Louisiana. And in Louisiana, it's really all hurricanes all the time. And so I worked Hurricanes Gustav and Ike, and I also responded to Hurricane Katrina with the American Red Cross. And it was really those experiences that I had during Hurricane Katrina that, one, led me back to Louisiana because I wanted to go back and help rebuild, but also led me to get my master's in public health from Tulane University, and I have emphasis in disaster management. So that's me. I've been at Berkeley for over 4 years with the Office of Emergency Management. So we are a very small office, there's 4 of us, with a big mission, and that is strengthening how the campus prepares, responds, and recovers from emergencies. So we don't do it alone. We work with our campus partners, stakeholders, the City of Berkeley, staff, students, to help the campus get prepared. And a huge part of preparedness is planning. And so we have an office motto around planning, and that is, winging it is not an emergency plan. And so when the emergency happens, believe it or not, it's actually too late to get prepared. And so we do have, because we know emergencies happen, we do have a campus plan. It's called the Emergency Operations Plan for the campus. And you can actually find it just on our website if you'd like to read it. I'm just going to talk briefly about it today. But our website is oem.berkeley. This plan really is that overarching plan that tells and describes how the campus will respond to emergency, how it will organize, and the roles and responsibilities. So it gives us that organizational framework authority for emergency response and recovery. So we train on this plan, we exercise this plan, and it works in conjunction with other plans, but it really, we consider it kind of that foundational document. So inherent in the mission of our office is the responsibility to educate the campus. And this is where we really have the latitude to be more creative and to be innovative. And that innovation comes really with trying to change a mindset around your ownership, responsibility, engagement around your own individual preparedness. So we know that earthquake is going to happen. We know we want Berkeley still to be here after it happens. So we really have an obligation to get prepared, and our outreach focuses on emphasizing that obligation that we have as Berkeley community members to get prepared. We cannot respond, recover from an emergency unless we do it together. So we all have a role to play, and we like to focus our outreach on inspiring people to get prepared as opposed to scaring them, which is the traditional kind of way that a lot of jurisdictions try to encourage people to get prepared. So personal preparedness, a huge part of personal preparedness is understanding what is expected of you, what you're supposed to do during an emergency. So we actually have a student emergency plan and a staff and faculty emergency plan. It's an app that you download to your phone. It has UC Berkeley specific emergency procedures, guidance, and resources. So Brandy was talking about in the Quake Cafe, people were asking about they don't know what they're supposed to do. Well, for our campus, we do have specific procedures outlined in this app that you can download. And if you'd like to download it, anyone can download it. You don't have to be a member of the Berkeley community. You can just go to our website and just search for app, and the download instructions will come up. But this is where we really, again, have some latitude to be creative, and where our campus is leading the system in terms of innovation around outreach and around delivering content, important content, to people in a way that they're used to receiving it. Our students are used to receiving content from their phones. So we want people to get prepared, but we also want them to be ready to take action when the emergency happens. So there's a lot of ways the campus communicates during an emergency. I have to use this opportunity to say, give a plug-in for Warn Me. It is our mass notification system for the campus. Everybody who has a Berkeley email address is in the system automatically. Currently, we can't add anyone that doesn't have a berkeley.edu email address. But those who do are in the system. We tell people to sign up for text messages, mostly because you're probably checking your text messages more than you're checking your email. And so it's the fastest way to get notified. Lastly, I just want to say, again, we are all in this together. And part of our innovation around outreach is really helping people understand their role and their responsibility and take ownership over it. So thank you.